Hi, this is Alan with Alan's Firearms and Guns Plus More, and today we have a familiar firearm. I've done all sorts of versions of this on my channel. This is a real CZ P-07, not to be mistaken with a fake one, or a knockoff, or anything else for that matter, but this is a P-07. And I did a Grandmaster, and it looked just like this gun, even the trigger guard, everything, but it's nothing like it. These guns are totally different in the takedown, and they even perform a little differently. But I brought this to the range, and I shot it, and let's go to that, before we go to the workbench, clean it, lube it, and put it back together, and let's go to the video of the shoot, and let's see how it did. Okay, so here I have a CZ P-07 that's been decked out with a flashlight and laser, which we won't be using out here. I have two magazines. One is loaded all the way, and one has got about 5 rounds in it, just to do a magazine change. So let's take this firearm and do some shooting. I already have a couple of targets up there that have some rounds in it, but I'm not doing this to see how many bullets I can get. I'm doing this to show you how the gun reacts. Actually, I have a piece of paper in there to stop the light from going on. I'm going to be shooting at the right target. Okay, you can see, I'll zoom in on the target, but you can see just about every shot was center mass. The CZ P-07 is just a monstrously accurate, easy to shoot gun. Easy to load, easy to shoot. Everything about it is great. That's why so many companies have tried to emulate it and copy it. Let's bring it back to the workbench, field strip it, clean it, lube it, and reassemble it. Welcome to the workbench. Hope you enjoyed the shoot on the CZ. This is the CZ USA P-07. Now, CZ stands for Czechoslovakia and arms. And yes, it comes from their USA. They have a CZ USA importer. And that's who that is. It's not made in the USA. So you open this, unlock this by popping these two, press the center part. There's a little extra lock here, and it opens. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, if they didn't have this flashlight here, the second magazine would be right there, but they put the second magazine in here because it has this flashlight and laser. It comes with 2 extra back straps, so you can make it wider than this, or even wider than that one. So that's what the back straps are for. Comes with this lovely little brush and cleaning rod. Back behind here is the paperwork and the lock. And here's the we'll take this out, the P-07. Look down the chamber, make sure there's not a round in there. I have to put this little piece of fold up in here because if I don't, in the box, the light goes on. Now if I flip off the right fast and turn it back on, it strobes. If I just turn it once like that, it stays on. You operate with your fingers. There's the laser. Let's see if I can get the laser on. There's the laser. And you can use both. You can use the light and the laser, which is, okay. I'm not big on, I love the flashlight because you can blind someone at night with it. It gives you just enough time before they get their bearing to identify them. Meaning friend or foe. Okay. So we take the magazine out and we're going to clean this puppy. How do we clean it? Okay. There are witness marks here and here. And we're going to line those witness marks up together. We're going to pull this back. It's about 1/8 of an inch, so the witness marks line up. One is a cut, one is raised. And once we do that, then we can press from the opposite side that pin right there. Okay, there we go. I'm getting older, so my hands aren't as strong, but it did come out pretty easily. I just had to do it twice because I let it slip back in. So once you have this, your slide lock out, you can pull the trigger and slide this right off. And you saw when I pulled the trigger, I held the hammer so it didn't slam forward. And that was pretty easy. I'm going to take out the spring, slide this out. You lift it up, forward and out. There you go. P-07. Wow. This looks like, I guess I was the first one to ever shoot it today. Because there is no residue on here except for what we did today. Okay, that's wonderful. Unfired weapon. Now, I'm going to clean it using strike hold. This is all I ever use in my shop, unless there's something wrong with the gun and I need to address it with something else. But this is what I use in my shop. This is what I use at home. It's a one formula cleaner, protectant, lubricant. You clean it with this, and that's as far as you have to go. You don't have to lube it. It's lubed. But a lot of people still use the old-fashioned cleaners. They can't get CLPs. CLP means cleaner, lubricant, protector. So I'll show you how to oil the firearm so that way you'll know how to do it with cleaner. But with this, you don't have to. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my slide and I'm going to address that with, I'm going to spray some of this on the cleaner on this cloth, and I'm going to use this stick. I like wooden sticks when I'm cleaning a gun because wood won't mar the gun. Look at that. There was dirt in there. It's just the color of this gun matches dirt perfectly. Someone must have said, hey, let's make a gun that always looks clean. We'll make it the color of dirt. So I think that's what they did here. What color is your gun? Is it black? No, it's dirt. We decided it's not a black gun, it's a dirt gun. Okay, so you can see I cleaned all these areas. These are the gold markings that are in there. The strike hold is picking them up. See, with the stick, I can apply pressure to the metal, but at the same time, I don't have to worry about marring the metal or scratching it because it's wood. It'll break before it can scratch it. Okay. Now, we want to make sure we get inside here the battery. Make sure that's good and clean. Look at all that dirt. Now, inside the battery is an area that we call the extractor. It pulls the round out of the chamber, and it's a little hook, and you'll see it. You can't miss it. It's a odd-shaped piece that just is usually on the side of the gun that ends up hooking in. Make sure you get underneath that and clean it, because if you don't, dirt will build up there and you'll end up with a bit of a problem. Okay, the last thing we have to do on the slide is these rails. So I'm just going to run this, get some dirt off of it. Now it's real important that is lubricated, so I'm going to get a fresh cloth, put some fresh strike hold on it, and go down there. I'll tell you, I don't know, my hands are cramping up for... This has nothing to do with shooting, because I shot this morning, but they were doing it before I even got there. I don't know. I guess it comes with age. Okay, so I got the rails. I'm going to get tops. And this particular gun is new. So I don't know what they put on the outside of the gun to protect it, but I'm going to give it a coating of Strikehold, because that will, all the customers that want to touch it and pick it up, it'll protect it from that and keep it nice and shiny. Wow. Okay. Now I'm going to do the barrel. So I do the outside. I get in here where the hooks are. What they call it. It's a camming system. So we're going to get in there and make sure that's done. And the whole outside of the barrel. Okay, now I'm going to do the inside of the barrel. What I like to do is bundle up the cleaning cloth a little bit, because I want to make sure I get the chamber. Like extra tension in the chamber, so I don't have to worry about a round getting stuck in there. You can hear it squeaking. Okay, now I'll straighten out the cloth, put it all the way through and back. That's just to get the barrel. I look down it, make sure it's nice and clean. It is. Now look at the ramp on there. You see the black dirt? Watch this. Boop. Nice and shiny. See the black ramp? Boop. Well, that's still, that is blacks. So it's not going to change, but make sure you get your ramps top and bottom. Very important. Okay, let's clean this pin, this long locker, and of course we now have to do the spring. Okay, we're going to cock the hammer, make it easier for us to deal with all the stuff. I'm going to give a little spritz of Strikehold down here and in there. That way it gets into the system and it lubricates it as well as lets me clean it. Take the cloth, wipe up all the excess and clean the inside out. This is a good chance to inspect your extractor, make sure it's not chipped or dinged up there. Make sure you get in here the rails. It's got inside rails that slide on the frame, that slide on the slide. That looks pretty good. There's not a lot of places and much to clean on this frame. Now, what I do want to do, debris falls. There's nothing that you would think would cause dirt to end up in here, but debris does fall in. So we're just going to go and mop it in and out with some Strikehold. Remember, if you do this with gun cleaner, you gotta hit it with oil afterwards and then a dry rag to pick up any extra oil so it doesn't keep attracting dirt. Okay, and I want to get in here because there's some white discoloration from putting that paper in there, and I want to make sure it's clean. There we go. So now we just need to put this puppy back together again. And how do we do that? Very simple. Exactly the opposite way we took it apart. Yeah, I want to show you how to clean a magazine before I go any further. I show you just how to put the barrel in. You got to clean underneath the feeder fingers and wipe down the barrel of the magazine. Dropping in the barrel, you saw what I did. I dropped it in and I slid it back until it fell into place. It's locked in. If I lift it up, it will move, but if just pushing it backward and forward, it won't move. I take the spring and I put in the flat part. There's a button part where you can see the spring end, and then the big plastic back part. The button part goes forward, the big plastic part goes in the back. We match up the rails inside the frame with the rails on the slide, and we pull it back. There is a spring in there, and when you put this in now to lock the barrel, and it makes it easier. Then once it's in, you move it to where the witness marks are. Now you see there's a little spring in there, that little metal rod coming across. So I just turned it upside down to get it there. There, now watch. All I do, it's a little high. I gave it a little whack. It went right in. If it doesn't go in with a little whack, don't give it a harder whack. There's something wrong. There we go. Completely P-07, cleaned, lubed, and protected, and all put back together again. So, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. You know what I want to do? I want to get this guy, because now, oh, very important thing about strike hold, keep it away from your ammunition. It's a penetrating solution. It goes after dirt, it goes after rust, and it will penetrate into a bullet and go after the powder. So don't get it near your ammunition. Please like and subscribe, and go watch my other videos. Go watch the video on strike hold. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, this is Alan with Alan's Firearms saying shoot happy, shoot fast, shoot straight, and shoot safe.